Whenever you are doing a programming thing, first you need to refer the internet, because you cannot remember all the syntax. Okay, I am not saying you cannot refer internet during your exam. Refer internet, but don't communicate with your friends. Don't look up for the solution directly in the internet. Try to do the step by step, because when you work in a company as well, the same things will happen. You will have to do some things, but you won't know the syntax, and you will look up at Google and you will get. So okay, so now I want to see how to roll a dice, because this is like a multinomial, like multi-sided dice, right? So that's why I wanted to see, and here is a very simple way to do it. Okay, so I will use this in the code and you will see how. Okay, so as we saw, I am using this function. So this is the choice that is by the game show host where the prize goes. Okay, there are 4 possible doors, 1 2 3 4, and the probability of choosing is equally likely. Okay, so when you do something like 1 by 4 into 4, okay, this is what you get. Now you will be seeing that this is p equal to something I am giving. This is a default argument. There are many more arguments in np.random.choice. okay, so if you do np.random.choice and if you put a question mark, you will see that there will be multiple choices. Okay, so there is so the p is the 4th choice. Okay, so that is why I have to give this p equal to, otherwise it will give an error. Okay, don't miss this. And now after I ran this twice, in the first time, in the first sample, when the game show was played once, that's the way you have to understand. When it was played once, the current sample was chosen and the player sample was this, they agreed. But second time it was this. Okay, so let me just write a bit more code and I will explain next. Okay, but before that, so what we are going to do after this is, like, if the two things agree, then there is one thing to do. If they don't agree, then there is one thing to do. So that we will write. Okay, so that's the next part. So pausing. Okay, so one thing I did just now, I realized that it's better to have all the doors in a separate array. So that's the one thing I'm doing. And now if player sample and the current sample, whatever the game show has chosen and this one has chosen, we have to basically take the doors array and remove the current sample or the player sample. So that is what we will do next. So as I was telling, we have to sometimes search because we will not load the code. Okay, so this is a way in which you can delete elements. So let's try this out. Okay, so coming back to the code. So now player sample and current sample, I have forcibly set it to 1. And now what I will do is I will say doors, okay, where doors is not equal to current sample. Okay, this I have not run yet, this piece, so let me just run that. And now only scalar values can be converted to scalar integers. Okay, so okay, so just let me see the thing again. So this is what happens. So ARR is here. So let's try this once. Oh yes, sorry. So this doors is not a numpy array. So let's make it as numpy array. So this is for numpy, right? So let's make it as numpy array. Okay, so F9, and now if you see, it should be fine. So it has removed that door. Okay, so now residue is np.random. What is that? Sorry, doors. I am removing basically doors not equal to current sample. Okay, now this is it. So next, out of these remaining 3 samples, I have to choose 2. Okay, so let's do that. So let me again go to internet and search how to do that. Okay, so again now we have to do, out of the 3 doors we have to choose 2. So that's why I searched in internet how to do that. So you get this one, np.choice. So here if you see, this is the one which is we have to do, because out of the 5 I have to choose 3 and I should not replace. Once I have chosen that, I cannot choose the same door again. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, so let's do this. So if I run this, I get the 2 doors. okay, 4 and 3. So doors shown will be np.random.choice. okay, so the first one is the residue, the number of doors left, and out of that I will choose 2, and then I will replace it because I don't want this again and again same things to come. Okay, so when I choose this many times, you will see that I'll get different doors. Okay, and sometimes maybe we can even sort it, I think. So we'll just sort this if required. Oh, it's, I don't know how to sort. Okay, maybe it has to be put in a function. Sort, maybe this, I don't know, np.sort. Yeah, so that's the way to get it. So we can just sort it in order to ensure that it is in the same order. So this we can do. All right, so this is when we choose this one. Okay, so now let's do the other case when the current sample and player sample is different. Okay, so now when the current sample and the player sample is different, so that means the price is behind some other door. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to in fact construct the residue properly. So what we do first is we take the doors where the price is there, we can't show that, so that is 1. Then in the second step we remove the door where the price is the player has chosen, that also we cannot choose, right? Okay, so let's just okay, so this was all the discussion. So far we have done 3 and 3 prime. Okay, so this is steps 1 and 2. Okay, now this is 3 and 3 prime. So this is steps 3 and 3 prime. 3 prime. Okay, so that is what we have done. So now we have to accumulate the reward, so that's what we will do next. So switch reward is initially set to 0. No switch reward is also set to 0. Okay, so suppose we are in this condition. So now if the candidate has chosen actually the price, so no switch reward is obtained. Plus equal to 1. Okay, here since now in the residue after this, right, so the 2-door variant is basically here, since you have to show both the doors and there are only 2 doors left in the residue, switching will guarantee give a reward. So let us do that. So that's it. So this collects all the rewards, and yeah, so now we can put all of these things in a function. So this we will call def run one sample. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So we don't need to do anything, and then what we return is the reward. Return basically switch reward and what is the other one? No switch reward. So let's see what let me run this entire thing. Yeah, so this doors can be passed to this. So this will be passed to this. So we will keep all the functions on the top, and the calling we will do here. Okay, so run one sample, and we will pass the doors, and here we will have switch reward and no switch reward. Okay, and then we will print switch reward and no switch reward, just simply once we will try this. So this time switching actually gave 1. Okay, so if you run it multiple times, you will see that in a mostly switching is giving 1. Okay, so that is the idea. So this is what we would like to see. So let's now collect this for a multiple number of times. So def run multiple. Okay, and we will again pass the doors, and what else we will say, count reps, how many repetitions we want. And I said in the first method, right? So in the first method we are going to run 10,000 times. So reps equal to 10,000. Okay, so this one we will write. So what we will do is, so this is a default argument, I can override it, but let's keep this as this one. So now what you do, you basically collect this and keep updating this. Okay, so let's say cumulative switch rewards is 0, cumulative no switch reward is 0. Okay, now what? So now we now do the loop for so we have to repeat it multiple times. So I don't remember Python for loop, what to do, this happens. So let's go and check Python for loop. Okay. So I will just pick whatever is there. So okay, so that's it. So for index in reps, okay, so idx is the index variable, we may not need it, but any case, so this is run multiple, so this is method 1. Okay, so idx in reps. So now what you are going to do, you are going to run once. Okay, so run one sample and we will update. So there will be temp switch reward and temp no switch reward, temp no switch reward. This we will update based on one run one sample and doors. Simple. Now what we do, so we just say CSR plus equal to temp switch reward, temp no switch reward plus equal to CNSR. Okay, and then we return run multiple method 1, oh sorry, run CSR and CNSR. So that's it. Yeah, so we have to give a ratio, right? So we will divide this by reps. We will divide this by reps. So this should be good. And now we will just say run multiple method 1. So this should be okay. So let's run this. Int object is not iterable. So where is this? So yeah, so this is reps, right? So we have to give range of reps. Okay, so you want to create an array and go through it one by one. Okay, so switch reward has come close to 0.7484 and no switch reward has not worked. Okay, that's the reason is I am not updating this properly. Okay, so this is the kind of things this will happen. It cannot be 0. Okay, so now you run this. So now this kind of looks good. We said, right, 3 by 4 you will win if you switch. If you don't switch, you will win, and that is this. So this seems kind of good. Okay, so now what we said, we should generate basically multiple iterations. Okay, so sorry, what am I looking here? So we have to generate method 1 we are doing, so we have to generate over 100 estimates. So let's do that. Okay, so the way I'm going to do is I'm going to have an outer rep. Okay, and SR and NSR I'm going to create as NumPy arrays. So each run we will update this. So this will be So it will be first I will keep all of them as zeros of outer reps. Okay, so this is what we will do. Now yeah, this seems okay, and now we will do each things once. So this is outer rep idx in range of outer reps. Okay, so this is it. Then we will have like temp. So these are the temp runs once we run, and we update this. Okay, so SR of ORIDX, okay, is going to be so that is TSR, okay, and TNSR, sorry, SR and no switch reward of ORIDX, okay, is going to be TNSR. Okay, so this is it. So we can now generate the histogram and show it. So this takes a while to run. So I'll just pause till it finishes. So again for this one, whenever I need to see a histogram, again I will have to see. So matplotlib is what I remember. So visualizing histograms with matplotlib. So what we need to do is import matplotlib as PLT. That is the first thing. So we go back to the program. So it's still running. So anyway, we can write it while it runs. So then what else? So we just need to do this. Okay, so you can do a whole lot of customization. I will not do that. Let's just do the most simple one. Okay, so yeah, so bins we will give, and we will give the data. Okay, yeah, so the data and the data we will give, and let's see what happens. So what is this? So let's run this statement F9. So matplotlib is ready. So now plt dot histogram hist. Okay, so the data. So we will only look at switching rewards, and number of bins we will give 100. I think this is the correct syntax, and then we need to do plt dot show, I think. So let us see. So this is it. So you get a kind of a distribution like this. Okay, yeah, so it seems to be centered in the correct point, and then it looks all right. So maybe 100 is too much, so maybe we do 10, then it will not have, because 100 times we have run, so it will looking bad. Oh, I ran it again. Okay, let's just take a pause. Okay, so it finished running with 10 bins, and with 10 bins it looks a little more better. Okay, so we can also try like showing the other one, no show reward, 10 bins, maybe 20 bins we will try, just to see how that looks. Okay, and this time only running that. So this looks even little more even better than the previous one. So you just choose which one looks nicer. You change the outer rep, change the inner rep, and see how each of this behaves. Okay, this is up to you how you want to experiment this. So I can do all these things. Let's not waste time here. Okay, so this is the 2-door variant. Yeah, so this is method 1. So let's do method 2. Okay, so in method 2 what we are going to do, this whole thing, I will call it as a function now, this whole thing. Okay, yeah. And then so this will be run simulation method 1. Okay, doors, we pass that, and yeah, so now this is all done. So these are all not looking fine, so you just increase the tab. So that's it. Okay, so maybe we also do one more plt.show. I don't know if that is necessary, but anyway, so this was for this. Now this is saying run simulation method 1 with doors. So this we have done. I'm not going to run it again, so I'll comment it. So let's now do method 2. So in method 2 what you do is you keep track of the estimate as you progress in time, and you plot that as a time series. Okay, so what we do is method 2, let's write it here first. So let's say I run only there is going to be one repetition, reps itself. So reps, let's keep it as 10,000, or maybe we can increase further. So 10,000, this is 100,000 or a lakh. So now so we will keep switching reward and no switching reward as zeros. We will first fill that. Okay, so again we will move it into a separate method, but right now let's do it in the main thing. So reps will be here. Okay, so you're creating 2 arrays and you keep updating that array. Okay, so it's yeah, so it's kind of similar to this. So anyway, so let's run that. So you run TSR, yeah, this one, and then update using the IDX, the index. Okay, so this one will be TSR and NSR, no switch reward IDX. You are running only once, okay, and then you are keeping track of it. This will be TNSR. I hope this is clear what we are doing here. So you are running this 100,000 times, and each time you are seeing what's the reward, and then you see whether it converges to some value or not. Okay, yeah, and then what you need to do is you need to take the previous estimate. So you need to create basically, okay, so let me just explain this, how this is done. So this is a moving average. Okay, so this is a little more complicated to do, so let me explain this. So basically what you want to do is you want to keep a running average. Okay, so when you are looking at the running average for 100, okay, you take the running average for 99, multiply it by 99, and then add the 100th sample, and then divide the whole thing by 100. So this is the procedure. Okay, the same thing we will code here. So this is just the part where I am adding the sample. Okay, so TSR plus SR IDX minus 1. So we have to be careful. If IDX is 0, we are in the first sample, right? So we have to do this. If IDX is 0, then this update is simple. You just do this without the looking up at the previous stuff. Okay, so this SR of -1 doesn't make sense. I don't know if you are following, but anyway, I hope you are. So this is this. Else, okay, else we do this business, okay, into IDX. So this IDX is a 0 index thing. Okay, so we have to be careful. So here is that happening correctly? We need to check. So when we are filling the 100th entry, this is 99. So 99 is this plus the previous one into 99. Yeah, this is correct. This whole thing divided by IDX plus 1. Okay, that is the important thing. So this is the formula. So similarly, plus NSR. So this is a moving average. You have to keep the average, running average. So you need to keep it properly. So that's why we are doing this. So let me know if you don't follow this. Okay. So this is method 2. Yeah, so I think there is a extra tab here, so let's remove that. Shift tab will bring it one step back. Okay, so this takes care of it, I hope. Okay, and then we need to plot this as a time series. So that is the next thing. So I think plot should work. So plot, I don't know, let's see, plot numpy plot x versus y, that's what we are doing. So plot, okay, all right, so x and y, okay, that's good. So plot, so let's do that. What are we plotting? We are plotting the switching reward, and what are we plotting with range of reps, okay, which starts from 1. So let's do this. So we have to run this, it will take some time. Let me reduce the number of zeros so that it is little faster, and we run this. NRS is not defined. NRS, so where are we using NRS? Here. Unsupported type for range and int. Okay, all right. So does this work? So I think it is because, yeah, so 1 comma reps plus 1. Okay, so this will take care of it, I hope. Let's see. Yeah, so the module is not callable. Okay, it's causing a lot of problems. Let us see, what does this do? So if I put it in np.array, is it okay? Yeah, this seems to work. So let's put np.array for this, np.array x and y. So this is actually x and y is SR, so I need to change this. The first one is x. Okay, so still module, plot, plt.plot. I think the problem was something else. I was doing some other fix. So this is what happens. Okay, so yeah, so you see it starts and then it converges very quickly and reaches there. So this is it. This is what you would like to see. Similarly, you can do the NSR as well. Okay, then yeah, so both the things are converging. So this is the method 2. All right, so yeah, so this is a variant where you open 2 doors. Now we will discuss the variant where you open only 1 door. Okay, so that is the next thing. So let me just pause here. Okay, I am back. So let us do the variant 2. Okay, so this is A2Q2. Let me save this as a copy. So A2Q2, let's say variant. Okay, so here the only difference is, okay, so first thing, A2Q2 itself, I should actually put this as method 2. Let's do it for A2Q2 variant. Okay, this entire thing, so we will just copy it over here. So we will call run simulation method 2. Okay, with the doors again pass to it, and then we put this. Okay, so this is the method 2, and so here run simulation method 2. Okay, and the reps, perhaps this we can pass it as a argument, so that if you want to do more you can do that. All right, so right now we will comment both of it, and now come back here. So what is the difference between opening 2 doors versus 3 doors? Sorry, I'm sorry, this is 2 door variant and 1 door variant. Okay, I'm sorry. So this is yeah, so in the 1 door variant, so here if P chooses price, then 3 choose way to do that. Okay, I should have been a little careful, but okay, all right. So yeah, this is okay, this continues to be holding fine. If the player doesn't choose fine, then there are 2 ways. Okay, so you have two doors left in the residue, and you have to choose one among the 2. Okay, Yeah, okay. So yeah, I should have been little more careful when I discussed this, but anyway, so now in the one door yeah, so there is two doors, and in two doors I have to choose one, so that is what we will do. So in this here residue, so what we do is so this is game show host choice, okay, is going to be np.random.choice, okay, and residue, and he has to choose one among them, okay, and replace true or not true doesn't matter, probability is same, so doesn't matter, okay. Now if GSH choice, so if the game show host yeah, so this is what the game show host does, and now so there are two more. So this is basically what has happened. You have chosen one door, the game show host has chosen another door, then you have to choose, okay. So when you switch, there is a chance that you will get or you will not get. So there is second switch, so let us do that. Second switch, so what you have to do is you have to look at the doors, remove what is player has chosen before, and remove what the game show host has chosen next, okay, and then you should be fine, okay. So let's do that. Second switch, so let's say second switch choices, what is that? So you look at the doors, and then first you remove whatever the player has chosen, because he's switching, right? And again you also remove what the game show host has chosen. Then you make a choice, np.random.choice second switch choices, and out of that you choose one, okay. So you could have done other way also, like with p equal to and all, but this is also fine, okay, this should also work. So now if the second switch agrees with the current sample, that is the one where the price is, then the person gets a reward, okay. So switch reward, so that is only then you get a reward, it's not otherwise. So that's the only difference, and everything else is fine. So let's run method 1, pausing. Okay, so there was a problem when I run it. I should get something like 3/8, but I'm getting this value. I was not understanding what is going on. So then I thought, I see, basically what we have to do is second choice, when you do, you should look at, remove the things what the player has not chosen and what the game show has. So this I did, same thing I did. So this is why there was a problem, okay. I should remove first the player choice, then I should remove what the game show host has chosen. So this, because of these two mistakes, I was getting an error, okay. So I will just change this, and now it should be fine. Another mistake, yeah, so okay, so here when you choose, here also we have to be careful. So in the residue also we have to again remove, okay. So this is another mistake. So a lot of mistakes. See, this did not get tested in the previous variant, okay. So that is why it was okay. So now again, first you remove the current player, you also remove the player sample. I hope this all should work fine now, okay. Let us see. I will just pause now. Yeah, so when I unpaused, I mean I just unpaused now, but just when I run just the multiple method with 10,000 iterations, it's giving the correct values, okay. So anyway, So let me run the whole thing and then we will see. Okay, so when we run this, finally you can see it has converged to the correct values. Okay, so that is good. The distributions are fine. You can change the histograms appropriately and see which one you like, but otherwise it's fine. So let us now run the simulation method 2. Okay, no change is required. So let's run this. So now the two rewards are roughly more closer. Okay, so that's it. So I will upload this now.